To be quite honest with you, if there's anything worth discussing, if there's anything worth having conversation on, if there's anything worth deliberating at the hallowed chamber of the Senate, I think is that open grazing. When we look at our current problem that is bedeviling every strata of the society, it has to do with full enhancement. So to that extent, it threatens the very fundamental essence of governance. Because the concern is unambiguous about what should be the purpose of governance. To the extent that it tells you that the security of Nigerians and their welfare shall be the primary purpose of governance. And the essence of Fulani herders is threatening that pivotal point of governance. So for me, I think it's worth discussing. Because Fulani in itself, Fulani themselves are a threat to any environment, any society they find themselves. Let me bring your mind to the global stage. Global terrorism that sees Fulani as fourth most dangerous terrorist organization in the world. World over, ranching is the norm, is the standard, best work practice if you want to rear cow. Then go and look at global terrorism deaths for 2023. It tells that Nigeria is the 8th most terrorist nation in the world. And this is a function of excess of Fulani herdsmen. I had a conversation with someone from Benue recently who told me that he buy food. When I mean food, I'm talking about gari, rice, beans, yam, and from Lagos and send back to his village, which is Benue. And we all know what Benue stands for, basket food of the nation. And according to this man, his family have been in IDP camp for over 8 years as a result of Fulani invasion. So for me, if you ask me, I will categorically tell you that in discussing about Fulani activities, discussing about open ranching cannot be overemphasized. As it stands today, it's only Benue and Ekiti State that have laws that prohibit open grazing. So if it can be extended to encompass the whole Nigeria, I think is the way to go. Well, where there is no law, nobody could be arrested, nobody could be prosecuted. But if there is a law prohibiting open grazing, our security agencies will be on, will have that responsibility to arrest and prosecute anyone who violates it. The excesses of herders have even gotten to the southern part of the country. So for me, to answer your question directly, it is wise, it is right to deliberate on it.
And why do you think each state, every state in which the herdsmen have been disturbing and killing their farmers? We have Ondo, we have Edo, Ekiti, Oyo, and the likes of them. Why has it been so hard for the governor there to pass open grazing into law to stop all those who have been disturbing the farmers, killing them for over 2, 3, 4 years now?
I will tell you that it is as a result of not having, not thinking out of the box. It's as a result of maybe perhaps they are afraid of some power that be. Don't forget that Muhammadu Buhari was the president for 8 years, and he was seen as someone who have sympathy for the herders. Don't forget that Muhammadu Buhari himself is a Fulani man. For the first time in the history of Nigeria, we have seen the chairman of Metiala, Bodejo, put on trial by this government. That couldn't happen under Muhammadu Buhari. So what I'm trying to say in essence is, even the very bill seeking to prohibit open grazing at the National Assembly couldn't happen under Muhammadu Buhari. Look at the unanimous nature of senators from the South-South, South-East, South-West, Middle Belt. They unanimously came together to support that bill. Even the senator from the North was trying to make a case for the bill, against the bill. Akpabio, who is the Senate president, reminded him that the session you are citing is talking about freedom of movement of Nigerians, and it does not extend to cow. So for me, looking at why other states who are affected by the excess of herders have not made such law, apart from Ekiti State and Benue State, I'll tell you that it is because they do not think of the welfare of their people, they do not take it seriously, and again, because they fear the power that be.
All right. So now a hunger protest was done yesterday by Nigerians, while some people, some part of Nigerians, they did not go with it, all in the name of the protest, the organizer of the protest. That oh, this is no that kind of protest, and the white obedient people decide no, they are not in for it. They don't want to be harmed by blah blah like that. Are we saying that the cause for the protest is not for everybody, or they are being, or Nigerians are not ready to actually come out to express the hunger they are facing?
One thing is certain, it is common knowledge that irrespective of who you are, where you came from, everybody in one way or the other is getting the impact of policies of this government by way of harsh economy. The other thing to say by the way a protest is organized, that perhaps they didn't do enough consultation to get buy-in on other opinion leaders. That I think would have been done before you commence, you fall out on the street. Because if you mull an idea of going out to protest, definitely you need the buy-in of every other person who share the same suffering as occasioned by government policies. Perhaps that was not done, but I don't think that is a big deal, because however I look at it, the government is not aware that people file on the street to protest against hardship in the land, particularly from Lagos State that happens to be the base of the president. So I think it sends a good signal to the president that all is not well.
So about really give to the obedient people that said it is where Obi vote that they are going to. Obi decide to join PDP today. They are following that they are not going for the party, they are going for the person. And I'm afraid that one, the person is the party and the party is the person.
I believe that as an individual, anyone that is 18 years and above is an adult, and the constitution gives him the freedom of movement, freedom of expression, and within that same confine of that freedom, he can decide to join any group, whether political or otherwise, so long as what they are doing within that organization is within the ambit of the law. So to that extent, I don't think it's in my place, in my position, to start disabusing the mind of obedient movement members who say wherever Obi goes, they will go. I think it's within their right to decide what to do.
So they said obedience is not a party, it's just a movement. And a movement, not like a movement when it comes to election. A movement is not recognized, a party is recognized.
If their focal point is about the candidate, and the candidate perhaps pitch his tent with a particular political party, and they decide to follow suit, it's within their right. It's not my place to start maybe casting aspersion on their proposed intention or what they are doing. I think they are exercising their freedom of expression, movement, and all that.
So sometimes
Thank you for having me.